Hello, everybody. Welcome to the drive-thru. I'm Tony Tier, host, as we're here with you Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, delivering live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to give us those plays, professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show with us here for today. All right, with us here is Chris Ruffolo, Ninos. We got Shane Mickle, and of course Alex Smart. Big on McMordie and Millz will be signing in a little later here on the show. All right, let's take a look at the lineup for this evening. Smart might have to move McMordie a little lower. Mickle, Ninos, Millz Young, Ruffolo, and I will close this one out. All right, Chris, I stayed away from the afternoon stuff in baseball. What about you?
And I was on it a little bit. Unfortunately, some late runs cost me that under in the Detroit-Oakland game. But that's fine. We still got tons of action tonight to make the money back. You said you had nothing, Tony, this afternoon?
No, I stayed away from the after. Everything for me is at night here. We have some night action. Game start here, even here, bottom of the hour as well. So 4 games still remaining on the card for Major League Baseball. So let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. Let's welcome Alex Smart to the drive-thru. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Room, where he's putting up some really great numbers. So let's get him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
We're happening with NHL tonight. We're going to come back with another NHL pick, and we've sort of focused the attention on the Toronto Maple Leafs and the defending champs, Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, I'll tell you, late in that third period, or late in that second period last time out in Game 5, the Bolts looked like they had everything in control. And then there was 3:34 left, I think, in that period. And bang, bang, things changed really quickly. And that Toronto crowd ignited and one heck of an energetic kind of situation, and it just led into a comeback win for the Leafs after being down 2-0. But, there was a lot of emotion in that game. Whenever I see a game like that, I always look for an emotional letdown scenario next time out. I know this is not a great time, but, you can't pick and choose your times to go into what we'll call an emotional letdown situation. And we have to have respect for the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is, this is the defending champions. Will they go down tonight? I really don't think they will. I think they're going to force a Game 7. We're going to see one heck of a Game 7, and we're going to go with the Leafs. And it's interesting to note, teams that were down 2 goals with 3:34 or less in the second period in a game, and this is the history of NHL playoffs, are only 54 and 289, a 157 win percentage. So that's huge. And I think we're going to see another huge situation. I think this time the Bolts play top to bottom. Will they have anything left for Game 7? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm thinking we're going to have a Game 7. And I'm betting on it too. Game 7.
All right, Alex here betting on the Game 7 here. Lightning minus 140 against the Maple Leafs. All right, Chris, what say you here as the Lightning look to stave off elimination?
Don't ask me this, because you know exactly where my heart lies in this game. No, but I will say this. I think this series, of all the 8 series that we've seen so far, has had the biggest impact of home ice, because these home ice advantages for Toronto and Tampa Bay are insane. And I think if Toronto's going to want to have any shot tonight, they can't do what they've done in the last 2 games, which is dig themselves a first period hole early. I do think we're going to see goals in this game. I think 6 is a far too low total for a game that I could see at least finishing 4-3 either way. So I like the over in this one personally. I'm expecting a lot of goals.
All right, Chris, looking for a lot of goals. And, of course, in an elimination, you're not looking at this spot here, Chris, elimination here is spot where you pull the goalie early if Toronto's up late, right? So you're looking to take advantage of that.
Yeah, the thing for me is I never want to have to rely on the empty net. It's always nice when it helps us, but again, goals have been sort of the theory of the theme of this entire series. You had a couple games where the empty netters pushed us over the total, but again, I think that I don't even think we're going to need him at this point. I could expect 4-3 with at least 5-6 minutes to go in the game.
He wasn't. I was trying to see if he thought that the Lightning were going to chase late and needed to pull the goalie with 4 minutes left in the game. But no budging there.
Falling into that trap. I said if you're trying to lure me into a trap, you better have a heavy net that holds a lot of weight, because I ain't falling into it.
So I just tried to get his hand there, Alex. When they pull the goalie with 4 left, they're down. You know which team's leading, right? An elimination game.
I'll tell you something, though. That's interesting. This doesn't mean anything, because everything can change overnight. But, in the Leafs have had a 3-2 series lead in the past, and they go into a Game 6. They have an active 6-game losing streak here. So, yeah, we'll see we'll see where they go. If they can break that tonight, hey, kudos to the Leafs. I wouldn't be surprised if they did pull off an upset, but I think the respect has to go with Tampa Bay here. Really.
Remember when the Kings went in there and won a Game 7? With Gretzky?
I do.
Yeah. It was a high stick. It was a high stick.
It should be really. You know what? This is a great game to watch. Anybody can watch this game. I think if you're not a hockey fan, you might end up being a hockey fan before it's over.
Yeah, these late series now, we got some really good series here. Lightning minus 140 against the Maple Leafs. This one will have a start time of 7:30 Eastern time. This one is on TBS, TNT and TBS with the TV tonight. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here. We're showing great profit over the last 7 days. Still 4 games remaining here on the card with a baseball bottom of the hour. We've got those 4 big games from the NHL. We've got 2 from NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we had some Major League Baseball we started off with this afternoon. We still have a couple games left for this evening. We have 1 NHL playoff game on board, and we have both NBA games. We have the sides of both of those. Those are going to be super interesting tonight, too. But still, keep your eyes on that Tampa Bay-Toronto game. I think it's going to be one heck of a hockey game.
That's right. Keep an eye on it, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here over the past 7 days showing great profit. It's a good time to get on board here with Alex. So you can get on board with his NBA playoff side Smash. He's got another season. He's got a NBA postseason sharp money late steam play up there. Or if you prefer the long-term passes, will be your best value there with a 3, 7, or 30-hour sports pass. You get all of Alex's plays for that period of time. When you go to his profile page and you make that purchase, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Nice seeing you guys. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the Drive to Let's continue our coverage here with Chris. All right, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show at 10:30 Eastern time with Mitch, Brian Bittler, and we got Chris Ruffolo in there. Again, I said he's a backup goalie. He's serving a full-time job, I guess, at every show. So be sure to check that out. Of course, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. And a couple of shows preceding ours would be the show with Mitch with his betting tools where he generates picks. Of course, soccer show with Goran. You'll see Chris in there as well. So lots going on there preceding us at 6 p.m. Eastern time with the drive-thru. Of course, we always ask for help, guys. Help us build up that audience with those likes. Those done with Chris that really help us out.
Well, for sure, Tony, they do, because at the end of the day, without the support of all the people that watch our live shows, leave those thumbs up and those likes and those subscriptions, Pick Dogs wouldn't have gotten to where it is today. So thank you guys for the love and support. We couldn't do it without you. And to show you guys how much we appreciate it, we'll do a like goal today. We got a small card on deck tonight, but still lots of money to be made. I got a bunch of props for you guys in the bonus area. If we can get to 150 likes, I got NHL player prop as well as an NBA player prop that I love. And I even did a little bit of digging and found some NBA first basket plays as well. So if we get to 150 likes, I'll share those with you guys.
All right, take my screen. Big Al McMordie not yet available. You will hope to join us a little later in the show. Let's go right to Shane Mickle next. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, guys?
It's going great. All right, here we go. More NHL here on docket here, 9:30 Eastern time. On TNT has the Blues host the Wild. We got the Blues. This one's back and forth. Do your shopping. I've seen both teams favored in this one, but the Blues here minus 112, total 6.5.
Yeah, this has been an interesting series, but I don't see this one going 7 games. You know, the Blues have had the better offense the last couple games, and the Wild, you know, they're trying to make a goaltending change here, bringing Cam Talbot, who was 13-0-3 to end the season. But I think it's a little too late. You know, Talbot's hasn't played in the first 5 games of the series. He's gonna be rusty. You know, there could be a couple late goals or a couple early goals given up. And like you guys were talking about earlier, you know, there's empty net goals that'll be it could be helpful in this game too. But each of these games have been decided by 3 goals. So if you like the Wild or you like the Blues, I really don't see a reason to play the money line here. I think there's value on the puck line, but I don't see any way the Wild have enough offense outside of Kaprizov to keep this game close. I'm going to take the Blues minus 1.5. Shop your lines, like they said, but I'm seeing around plus 200 depending on where you get it.
All right, Shane Mickle here, St. Louis Blues, the puck line here, minus 1.5 goals, plus 200 against the Wild. All right, Chris, you know where Shane's from, and you know who he's going against in this one.
You know, I was literally just thinking, like, when I pick against Toronto, when Shane picks against Minnesota teams, you got to take notice. But
yes.
I like the value here with the puck line. I like the money line personally, but Shane makes a good point. these games have been blowouts for the most part. So if you want, take the -1.5, because I don't understand the switch to Cam Talbot either. He had been playing well down the stretch, but again, this is a goaltender that has shown, inabilities to really play consistently over the course of the regular season. And Marc-Andre Fleury was the playoff goaltender. He's the proven commodity. So for them to switch doesn't make sense to me. The Blues have flipped the switch when they switched to Jordan Binnington. So I got to go with the Blues here as well.
Anything, Shane?
Yeah, and Talbot's, I think, giving up like 4.2 goals per game or something in 3 starts against the Blues this year. So, and the Blues have gotten him figured out. So I don't see much changing here in this game.
Take note here, Shane Mickle on St. Louis Blues puck line, -1.5 goals, +200 against the Minnesota Wild. This one will have a start time here, 9:30 Eastern time over on TNT. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pim here for tonight's action, showing a good profit here in MLB for 2022. Still have 4 games on the board from MLB, a couple from NBA, 4 on the ice. We have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Yeah, I just have one pack up there tonight. It's a sampler pack. It's my best MLB. Best NBA, and then best NHL play on the board, $39.99. I do have a couple more picks, but they're not in packages. So if you want that, hop on something long term. A 7-day pass gets you through this big weekend. A UFC card that I like. I think I'm going to be putting a few UFC plays in this weekend. Something I haven't done in a while. So hop on something long term and let's make some money together.
All right, make some money here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium, showing profit here in MLB for this season. Action right now over on the board. A Thursday night sampler, a 3-pack up there from Shane. He puts together his best bets from the NBA, NHL, and MLB all in one pass. Affordably priced, $39.95. Or if you prefer, you can go long-term with Shane. He's got that 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. You get all of his premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go over to his profile page and you make that purchase. Of course, you can add Shane with the 2-for-1 capper with Chris. You can add with myself, Big Al, Little Al. We got, as well as Alex Smart, 2-for-1 cap promotion, your best value there over at Pick Dogs Premium. If you're interested, also full season passes, remainder of the NBA season of the playoffs here, and of course an MLB season pass as well. So visit Shane Mickle's profile page over at Pick Dogs by clicking the link in the description below and click the all cappers. You'll find them there. All right, Shane, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Sounds good. See you guys next week. Have a good weekend.
You as well. Shane Mickle here on the Drive. Let's continue with the coverage. And Chris, what do we say with our like goal?
I'll tell you, we're at 37 likes right now, 101 people watching. So we're still sort of filing in for the drive-through tonight, but so we've got some likes early. If we can get to our like goal of 150, like I said, tonight's a prop like goal. You're going to get a bunch of props for tonight. And MLB, NBA and NHL player prop that I like. You could parlay them up, play them straight. And I also have a couple of NBA first basket props as well for the 2 games tonight. So we can get to 150. I'll share all those plays with you for our like goal.
All right, Nathan agrees there with Shane with a good pick here on his side here. Let's continue on here with the drive-through. Let's go over onto Skype and let's welcome in El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We did some great work up there in MLB, NHL, putting up some monster numbers. Let's bring him up in here right now. I think we had him here just a second ago. Here we go. Al, what's happening?
Going good. How are you?
Great. All right, here we go. Got covering a lot of hockey on this show. 3 of the 4 playoff games. Here we go. 7 Eastern time. Bruins here to host the Hurricanes. The Bruins $1.25, total 6.
Yeah, this has been one of the interesting series. A lot of great series going on, both NBA and hockey right now. But this one thing that's definitely been the theme of this series has been the home ice advantage, where each team's not only won but also covered the puck line in each of these 5 games in this series so far. And Boston's coming off a real tough loss. They lost 5-1 the last one, so it didn't look good at all there. And they're sending Swayman back in net here, so that's pretty surprising given his performance in Carolina. But all that being said, it's hard to see him have an outing as bad as the last one, and this is a very talented team here at home. And I think they get the job done, even the series up, and push it to Game 7 here.
All right, El Nino's looking here to Game 7. He likes this Boston Bruins team -125 against Carolina. Yeah, how can you not like him? This has just been a home-dominated series. Carolina held just 2 goals in their 2 stops in Boston here in this series.
Yeah, again, the Boston's been back and forth a little bit with their goalies, but again, as I said, it's hard to see him have a game as bad as last year, so you got to expect a little bounce back here from Swayman. And, well, it's not like the Hurricanes are sending their first option at goalie either, so I think, again, Bruins at home here like the spot.
Yeah, in those two road games, by the way, the Hurricanes 0 for 10 combined on the power play. Bruins minus 125 here against the Hurricanes. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time. This one's over on TNT. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. Still 4 games remaining here from Major League Baseball. One starting in about 15 minutes. Showing great performance here in the NHL. We got 4 of those on ice tonight, 2 from the NBA. El Ninos, 2,147 units of profit in the NHL, fully documented. You can visit his profile page. You can go down to his page, and you'll see all the plays. There's a fully documented. Also showing great profit here in MLB, over 1,000 units of profit. Ariel, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got a 3-pack with my best bet in each sport, and then should have an extra play in the MLB for everyone on the long-term passes. So I'll grab one of those or get the 2-for-1 capper specials. That's
right, guys. I get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium, putting up some great results here in the NHL as well as MLB. So good time to get on board with El on a long-term pass. He does have a best bet. His best bets here, he calls it his Thursday 3, his best bet from NBA, MLB, and NHL, and all in one pass. Affordably priced, just $40. He also has plays sold individually there as well. Or if you prefer, as El Ninos was mentioning, get the long-term pass, year 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. And then we'll get you covered there with El Ninos premium plays there for that period of time. You get that 30-day pass, you got pretty much the NBA covered, about half all the way through, midway through the finals. We take you to May the 10th or June the 10th there. There's a lot of NBA. There's probably 3 or 4 games there in the NBA finals. A month of NHL playoffs, a month of baseball. So good time to get on board with that 1-month pass from Al. You can add a second capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion. It's even greater value there. All right, Al, is always great having on your show. Let me see if we get the screen up here. So great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks for having me. You have a good one, Tony.
You got it. El Ninos here on the drive to. Let's continue here with the coverage with Chris. Chris, what do we sit here with our like goal?
Well, Tony, we're at 62 likes right now, 107 people watching. So, again, we're still getting people coming in, but we've already got a nice chunk of the way to our like goal. We're 150 likes. We'll get you some player props for tonight. Like I said, I got an NHL and NBA player prop, as well as a couple of first basket props for the 2 NBA games tonight. So, if we can get to 150 likes, I'll share all those props with you. We need about 85 more.
Okay, looks like we got Al McMordie signing. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, Al, or we can go to the next capper. Al McMordie is ready, so let's go to bring him in right now. Al McMordie, if I'm over at Pick Dogs, where he's doing great work here for 2022, as he did in 2021. Let's bring him in right now. Big Al, how's it going? Oh, we got John mute.
Yeah, got to get off mute. Yeah, I'm doing well. No complaints, How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic. All right, here we go with the NBA playoffs. They're a really good one here at 9:30 Eastern time on ESPN. Features the Mavericks to host the Suns. The Suns road favorites here, total to 11.5.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the Suns in most of these ball games. I think the Suns are going to win the series, and I'm aware that the home team has covered each of the first 6. Or I'm not sure they covered. They've won each of the first 6 games. And I think each of the first 5 games, I think the knee-jerk reaction for a lot of people is to just ride the home team here, but I think that's going to be a mistake. When you take a look at how NBA series have gone when the home team has won each of the first 5 games, the road team generally comes through in game number 6. It covers about 61.6% of the time going back to 1990, and it's 9-3 ATS its last 12. So I'm going to lay the points with Phoenix here. In the situation, look for them to close out the Mavericks tonight.
Yeah, looking for that in that spot, Big L. It's pretty much the better team is always on the road in Game 6, right? Because it's the way the seeding.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, actually, no. Back in the old 2-3-2 days. That's right. That's right. That is correct. All right, Chris, your thoughts here in this Suns and Mavericks game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be completely physical. We saw, or at least I've seen a couple little snippets where Luka's taken a little bit of umbrage with some of the Phoenix Suns and some of their antics, and I think these are 2 teams that are really starting not to like each other, and I think these are going to be physical battles in the paint. I'm expecting this to be the first to 100 wins, so I love the under in this one.
All right, okay, so under. We got Al on the Suns laying 2 against Dallas Mavericks. This one will have a start time of 9:30 Eastern time. They're on ESPN tonight. TNT has the hockey. All right, Al, let's look over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're putting up some monster numbers here for 2022. 3,031 units of profit, showing great profit last 3 days, last 7 days. Come off a winning day yesterday, showing great profit in MLB, NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Today, we cashed our baseball play. It went early in the afternoon, so no more baseball. We had the New York Mets. I've got 2 plays in the NBA, both totals selections, and we are 50 and 28 or last 78 in basketball. I've got 1 play on the ice, 16 and 4 the last 20 in hockey. So 3 plays tonight, and the best value, of course, is to join for a week or for a month to get all of my award-winning selections.
That's right, guys. Get up with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here: 3,031 units of profit for this year. Doing great work. You can verify all those numbers going to his profile page. Go down to Pick History. All the plays are there. They're documented, graded immediately. As Big Al was mentioning, he's got plays up there tonight. He's got a couple of totals up there, total crushers up there from the NBA. A good NHL play up there as well. Of course, as Big Al was mentioning, get the long-term passes. Those are your best value: 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. You'll get all of Big Al's premium plays over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period you select when you go to his profile page and make the purchase. 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. A lot of baseball, all the NBA, all his playoff hockey for that period of time. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, it's always great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute on the weekend shows.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern time on the YouTube channel. Mitch is there with a bevy of handicappers, and I'll be there on Saturday and Sunday this weekend.
Well, tune in to Big Al McMordie this weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern time here on the Pick Dogs channel with Mitch and company. All right, Al, have yourself a great afternoon. We'll talk with you again next week.
Okay, good luck, Tony. Good luck, Chris.
Good luck to you as well. Big Al McMordie here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on with the coverage with Chris. Before we get to Millz, how do we look here on our like goal?
I'm talking about 77 likes right now, 144 people watching. So we're almost at that point where I could say that, and I'll say it anyways. If everybody that was watching right now just clicked the like button, we'd be at our goal of 150 likes. Like I said, we got 4 player props for tonight, an NHL player prop, an NBA player prop, and a couple of NBA first basket props as well. So 150 likes will get us there. We're at 82 right now.
All right, 82. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Let's go to welcome Millz Young. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Millz, what's happening?
Hey, what's good? What's good? How's everybody doing out there today?
Doing great. Loving the Southern Cal weather. This spring weather is perfect. All right. Thank goodness the heat wave didn't hit us this spring as bad as is across the country. But anyways, we're going to go back to this game here. Mavericks and Suns here. Suns laying 2, total 211.5. You're looking at this one a different way.
Definitely, man. A lot of people way to go. If they're going to team or any, going to be going with the score or over. Don't worry, man. I got you. Player prop to get you on top. I'm talking about somebody special. Luka the Don, a.k.a. Luka Don. I'm not taking him over points. 33.5, too high for me. Is this? Got to depend on other players to score. What I'm going to be looking at, rebounds galore. Over 9.5. Just to give you some stats, I like to get on some facts. Over in this series, he already outled rebound every series. He already won 10 rebounds on the playoff season. That's 2 more than he averaged during the regular season. He hit his rebound prop 3 of the last 5 games that he played. No more Porzingis in there to rebound. Don't worry about DeAndre Ayton. He's not grabbing those 9 to 10 rebounds every game like he was. Don't worry about Crowder. He's not doing that either. You got Luka, man. I look for him to get 6 to 7 rebounds in the first quarter. I'm going to be taking him over 9.5 rebounds. Got that at a -120. That's my player prop to get you on top.
All right, we got the player prop to get you on top. Luka over 9.5 boards. All right, Chris, what say you in this one as Mavs here look to stave it off? Elimination.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is going to be a completely physical game. A lot of it's going to be decided inside. And I saw Luka get a little bit chippy with Devin Booker as well. And I think he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder in this game. So I could definitely see him grabbing 10 boards, trying to basically just throw the body around and try to get himself a nice double-double and lead the Mavs in this one.
Now, how much of it are you playing into the fact that they're down 3-2 in this series, right? If this is where it's all in right here.
This is where you got to be aggressive. And like I said, this is where you need Luka to be crashing every single board in there. That's why I said the assist prop is kind of iffy, because that's you giving up the ball out of your hands and relying on somebody else to make that shot. I'm not going to depend on that one. It might hit, but the rebounds is one of those. I'm going to go get this ball. I'm going to take it down the court all the way and one. So, give me some Luka to Don over 9.5.
That sense of visually coming in here. Luka over 9.5 rebounds. This one will have a start time, 9:30 Eastern time. They're on ESPN tonight. All right, Millz, let's go over at Pick Dogs Premium here, where we put great numbers here in MMA for this season. Of course, we still have one game remaining here in about 5 minutes from baseball. That makes it 5 games on the board. A couple from NBA, 4 on the ice. Of course, we got a UFC card coming up this weekend. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Man, I like to keep it transparent. You know how we do it in MMA. It's been a great, back-to-back weeks and everything like that. Basketball been a little bit tough, a little bit cold. Baseball, same thing. But I got 2 plays that I love in both of those sports right now. You can get them right now. I got 1 play on the Yankee game that's going to be kicking off, and I want to say about an hour from now. It's my numbers and unders play. Oh, shit, game away. All right, and then also got my NBA play as well up there as well. You can get that right now. That's 2 plays that I go. But look, check it out. This is need to pay attention to. MMA fight that takes place at PM Eastern, and I got that up there right now, so you can get that play. I'm gonna put out a package later on, but so I got 3 plays up there for you to get paid.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs. Great numbers here in MMA for 2022. He's got an MML Fist of Cash up there right now. Bellator is in London, so get up in there early because it's a 4 p.m. Eastern start time. So be sure to take a look at that. Of course, NBA Slam Dunk tonight. Make some money Thursday as well with Millz. Get on board. The long-term pass is the way to go. 3-7 or 3rd day All Sports Pass. That 3-day pass gets you up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Of course, you get the MMA action there for the weekend, so good time to get on board with that 3-day All Sports Pass from Millz Young. Include your NBA in there. It's baseball, of course, that UFC where he's been dominating up there. I think he's got the bookmaker in a rear naked chokehold the way he's performing in MMA. So good time to get on board with that. Add a second capper with your 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Millz, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week. But I know you always contribute the weekend shows, and you and Brad do a show together on MMA over on the channel as well.
Sorry about the spotty and everything like that. But, you can catch me on the Sunday shows with Mitch and all the Pick Dogs going over all our best banner and everything. Besides that, we put out the best Wednesday MMA prediction show. We've been killing it with Brad Francis. That goes on at 7 p.m. Eastern. We didn't do one this week because we got caught up in some time delays. But, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead, check it out on the Pick Dog site.
You got it. Check it out there. Millz Young, Brad Francis on the MMA. All right, Millz, continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, great show, man. You guys are doing it.
Thank you very much. Millz Young here on the drive. You check him out on the MMA show here on Pick Dogs, Wednesday, 7 p.m. each time right after the drive-through. That's one of those Wednesdays you better make sure you get those likes in because it's a hard sign-off at that time. All right, let's continue on here at the drive. Speaking of likes, Chris, where do we sit?
I was going to say you just set up the perfect segue. We got 99 likes right now, 149 people watching. So basically, if everybody that was watching right now just click the like button, we'd be at our goal. We need about 51 more likes to get those player props for tonight. And like I said, it's an NHL prop, an NBA player prop for one of the games, as well as a couple of NBA first basket props. I'll even give it away. One of them sitting around plus 1,400. So if we can get those likes in, I'll share those with you. I got some money on them tonight. I want you guys to as well.
That's right, guys. Keep those likes coming. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Chris, front and center. Is this our first base? Might be our first baseball of the day today. Let's go. There's a very limited card, but there's this game. We'll start later on tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up the game information from Chris. We're going here to 8 Eastern time as the White Sox host the Yankees here. That's right. The White Sox are $1.37, total of 8.
Yeah, and Tony, the thing about me with the Chicago White Sox for the last little bit, it's sort of been love and hate, especially with Dylan Cease, because for a lot of times with me, Dylan Cease was always a pitcher that I always associated with this fact. He is dominant against the Detroit Tigers, and he's meh at best against anybody else on the schedule. But the thing is that Cease has been downright fabulous this season. 5 of his 6 starts, he's allowed 2 earned runs or less. 4 of those shots, he's allowed 1 earned run or less. And the White Sox, 5-1 as a team in Cease's 6 starts on the year. On the flip side, you have the Yankees, who did just beat the tar out of the Toronto Blue Jays, and are coming into this game with a little bit of confidence after that sweep of a division rival. But they're starting Luis Gil here, who hasn't made a start yet this season. He only had 8 starts last year, 1-1 with a 3.07 ERA. And simply put, the White Sox are starting to find themselves after a slow start to the year. And I think that, I don't love using the word emotional letdown, but I think that there could be one in store for the Yankees coming off of that big sweep of Toronto. I think Chicago looking to really pick up some steam and build up some momentum. And I gotta go with the White Sox with the reasonable price at home in this one.
All right, Chris is going to go here with the White Sox here in this one. $1.37 here against the Yankees. Yeah, and I think one of the reasons now is that these numbers are so widely available now with minor league numbers, especially with the way Gill's been horrible in the minors this year. 5 starts in the minors, ERA 9.53, WHIP of 1.75. Walks are high. He did strike out 25 batters in 17 innings, but when batters made contact with him in the minors, they pounded him. But again, maybe a different situation. You get probably better coaching, better scouting, more money put into strategies here with the big club. It's probably weighing in the number. It's just been Gill's minor league performance, how terrible it is. But why would you get that promotion when you have these type of numbers? That's the Quakers question mark.
Yeah, maybe it's just that they kind of want to build him up at the big league level, Tony. Like you said, better resources to really sort of help him hone his craft. But like you said, if we're just talking about pitching and putting the Yankees in the best possible position to win, which is what this basically the majority of this is about, I have no idea why you call Luis Gil up for this start and put him in against a White Sox team that's hungry to get back on track. Like I said, they started to really find the bat, and they have a pretty good bullpen as well, if you excuse that one implosion against the Guardians from the other night. So I think it's all to me pointing in the White Sox direction for this one.
Yeah, guys coming in from the minors with ERA near 10, WHIP near 2. Hey, that's something the Orioles do.
That's a cheap shot. The Orioles aren't even playing at this time, or are they? Maybe they are. I haven't even looked.
Oh, they are. They are. Our man Aiken is back on the mound. That's why. But he's still actually doing a little better. They put him in the bullpen.
I don't want to hear that. I need another pitcher to go against this season. I don't want to hear that Keegan Aiken is pitching well. Come on.
You only think because he's been coming out of the bullpen probably when they're down by. Well, they're actually a little better than the team this year. I was joking because we were always razzed these. Because it was James Clark was always picking on this Orioles. Remember last year? He was always picking on the Orioles staff.
Oh yeah, the home run props against the Orioles staff. Yeah.
That was money all the time. But his man Aiken is back in there. So, although like I said, he's coming out of the bullpen and he gets a start here. We'll see how he does. White Sox minus 137 against the Yankees. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time over on MLB. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pin for tonight as we have we're about ready. It looks like about ready to get that. We did get that game started here, bottom of the hour, so we're up to four left tonight in baseball, 2 from basketball, 4 from hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, I got the bulk of my action was in the afternoon and early evening slot today, so I don't have anything up for sale for the daily packages, but we still got the long-term passes. If you want any of the plays that are still left on today, maybe you want a live bet, you can definitely check that out. $99 will get you 3 days worth of plays, and it'll get you into tomorrow's action. Still a loaded card. Saturday and Sunday as well. Some fantastic action as well. Not just MLB, but NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs as well. The week will get you further into the second round of the NHL playoffs, as well as into close, I think, to the conference finals of the NBA playoffs. The month will get you well into both. I think it's closer to the NBA finals if we're not already there, and into the conference finals in the NHL with MLB as well. The year gets you full season of all the major sports for around $100 a month. You could also pair me up with someone else, part of the 2-for-1 capper deal. Tons of great cappers on the show, on the leaderboard. You could do the host duel with me and Tony, or anyone else for that matter. Still got my MLB season pass up there. Still, 5+ months of action for one great price. If you're looking for a ton of baseball betting, I'm your guy. So do your due diligence. Check out Pick Dogs Premium. We'll make you some money.
That's right. Get on board with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, his 3-day taster pass up there is available here. The long-term pass is the way to go here. 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all of Chris's premium plays for that time period. Just select when you go to his profile page and make that purchase. You can also get the remainder of Chris's premium plays from the NBA playoffs. So he still has his playoff pass up there for you as well as the long-term pass from Major League Baseball. But if you get that 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass, you can add a second capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. You can access Chris's page by clicking the link in the description below. Click the premium, hit all cappers, and you'll find them there. Let's continue on here with the drive-through here. Join with Chris. Now, Chris, what do we say with our like goal?
I'm telling you, I just dropped it in the YouTube chat. We only need 33 more likes now. 187 people watching. So if we can get to 150 likes, I've said it, a couple times during the show. Tonight is a prop night, so I got an NHL player prop for you that goes off at top of the hour, an NBA player prop, as well as 2 first basket props as well. So if we can get to 150, we'll hit our like goal and we'll get you the props during the recap.
All right, 34 more likes. Keep the likes coming in. We got a lot for you there. So let's continue on here with the drive-through. Now it is, I got to make sure I got everybody. We're getting, these lists are getting longer and longer, which is great. All right, now it's time for my pick. Let's go ahead and bring in the game here. Information for tonight over on ESPN 7 Eastern Time. Sixers here to host the Heat. Sixers 2 or 2.5. So do your shopping. Get the best number, total 207. I'll be looking at the total in this one. And I'm going to go ahead and take it under 207 Heat and the 76ers. Of course, 76ers trying to stave off elimination. And again, at home, boy, what a difference the series makes here, home and away here. When you look at the Miami Heat, how horrible they looked in Philadelphia. 41% shooting, 21% from beyond the arc. Philadelphia looking to stave off elimination. They were embarrassed in that game against the Heat in Miami, and they took a beating from the media, the fans. They're trying to stave off elimination, so I think you're going to get Philadelphia a really strong effort defensively. That's where their strength is defensively, right? Invading company, defending the rim. It's going to be a tough environment for Miami. I like the Heat and Sixers here going under 207. Maybe Miami's, if Philadelphia has a big lead, remember Game 7 is in Miami, and I think he kind of just played the slow game in the fourth quarter with the lead. Of course, not wanting to exert too much energy if you're looking at a Game 7, Chris.
Yeah, Tony, if one of these teams gets up by 20, as we saw in that Memphis game last night, teams won't hesitate to rest up their starters and get them going for the next game. So I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout, but I'm with you here on the under. I think it's first to 100 wins. Like I said it earlier, I think this is 1990s basketball. Ton of banging around in the paint. And you also don't know if we could trust the Miami Heat to be knocking down their shots. They looked dreadful in the first road game in this series. And I think we could stay under 207. We may even be able to stay under 200.
Yeah, tough environment there here. Heat, Philadelphia under 207. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern Time. They're on ESPN tonight in the NBA, TNT and TBS with the hockey. Guys, check out Pick Dog. I have a 3-pack up there. My best bet from the NBA with 2 best bets here from baseball. I'm a great baseball season right now, so check me out there. Also part of the long-term passes here with a 2-for-1 cap promotion. My 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass to get you all my premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to my profile page and make that purchase. 2-for-1 cap promotion, match me up with Chris, match me up with Alex Smart, Big Al McMordie, Shane Mickle, Al Ninos, Millz Young. 2-for-1 cap promotion, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. Access my page by clicking the link in the description below. All cappers up there. You'll find me amongst the cappers. Get signed up. Let's continue on here with the drive-through. Now, Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
Well, Tony, we need 17 more likes, 194 people watching, so about 10% of you, if there's 10% of you that haven't hit the like button, if you do so, it'll help get you paid. It won't cost you a cent. It'll get you 4 player props for tonight's action, 2 first basket props from the NBA tonight, as well as an NBA player prop for the full game, and an NHL player prop as well. So we need about 12 more likes to get there. We're at 138.
12 more likes, 130. Keep those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here with the drive-through. Now let's go to the recap. Chris and I here on the recap. We got started with Alex Smart. He says take the Lightning minus 140 against the Maple Leafs. Big Al McMordie, Suns minus 2 against the Mavericks. Shane Mickle, Blues, the puck line, minus 1.5 goals, plus 200 against the Wild. Al Ninos was on the Bruins, minus 125 against the Hurricanes. Millz says Luka over 9.5 rebounds. Chris was on the White Sox, minus 137 against the Yankees. And then yours truly here, Heat, 76ers, under 207. All right, Chris, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, the fan in me knows which one I will not be going with. Cough, cough, Alex Smart, cough. But I'm going to be going with I'm going to go with Shane's pick. I love the value that you're getting with the Blues on the puck line, considering how that series has shaken out so far. And I think the switch to Cam Talbot's going to be the difference here. So I love the Blues puck line.
Yeah, that's a possibility there. Boy, that Bruins pick looks tempting as well, but what Hurricane team shows up, right? They did not look that sharp in Boston. And, of course, these teams facing elimination. We saw Boston in that spot when they were facing elimination before, or actually facing an 0-3 deficit, how they responded. Everybody was throwing out those numbers. Oh, they've dominated. They dominated. Sure enough, what happens, Chris? It's different.
Yeah, not so much.
I know. Chris isn't saying much. He might have a premium on this one. I kind of have that feel. I'm gonna look at the Bruins here minus 125. I saw enough for them in 3 and 4 there to go with that round. All right, but now let's see where we sit with Chris with the like goal.
I'll tell you, we need 5 more likes. We're at 176. 5 more of you if there's 4 more. If there's 4 more of you that haven't hit the like button, again, it doesn't cost you a cent. These are plays that are worth having a couple bucks on tonight because I think they're going to make you some money. So we can get 4 more likes. I'll share those with you. Now 5 more likes. Someone just took one away.
All right, someone took one away because because they want us to talk about Edmonton and because the one hockey game that we did not cover was the Edmonton and LA King game tonight. Edmonton here laying $1.40, 6.5 is the goal total. This series, game 5 again. I felt the Kings were the worst team in the playoffs coming in. I haven't changed my opinion. I just think that the Oilers are just screwing up. But anyway, the Kings had to win the game twice. They're in game number 6 with that crazy overtime. Of course, the goalie is a big question mark here with Edmonton. Everybody knew that, right? He's been on shaky grounds there, Chris.
Well, Mike Smith's been shaky for pretty much all season, even going back to last year. Rod and I will both tell you that. He had a nice run down the stretch, but he's also given up some questionable goals. He cost the Oilers game 1, fell apart in game 2, and not game 2, game 4, excuse me, where it did finish 4-0. Granted, it was 2-0. A couple of empty net goals really put that game out of reach. But game 5, the Kings just showed a lot of guts getting back and getting the job done there. I'm going to go with the Kings on the money line again tonight. Close out the series.
Wow.
No Darnell Nurse for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. He's been their best defensive player. He played 26 minutes in game 5 and now suspended after headbutting Philip Deneau. So. Yeah, no Darnell Nurse, no Oilers in the next round. I'm taking the Kings tonight.
All right, then we got Chris liking the Kings in that one. I think we had someone in the chat room chime in, Chris, about that one as well. Like in that side. Of course, we got to keep those likes coming in. The only thing that concerns me here is the fact that the Kings have been 2 for 20 on the power play in this series.
Yeah, and special teams are amplified in the postseason. I mean, look at what's happened with this Toronto and Tampa Bay series. I only go back to that one because that's obviously the one I've watched the most of. But special teams are going to be the difference here, especially when you have guys like Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid on your top power play line. But again, if they can't execute either, it's going to be an interesting game. But I think if the Oilers were going to close it out, they would have had to do it in Game 5. They would have had to put themselves in the best possible position because you don't want to go on the road with your backs up against the wall. Now,
you got a shaky goalie in Smith, and the question here is how soon do you pull him if things go bad early? If you get down 1-0, 2-0, that's the question mark because everybody knows it's Smith.
Depends on how many they're down by. If they're down by 2, I wouldn't be surprised if Edmonton pulled him with 4 minutes to go. It's a risky strategy, but it's all about what the coach wants to do. And that's another reason why I'm going with the Kings. I trust Todd McLellan a lot more than I do Jay Woodcroft personally. He's his first real major gig behind a bench. Todd McLellan's seen it all, and I think he's got his guys ready for this.
I'm just thinking early in the game, if the Kings strike early, put 2 on the put 2. Do you see an early pull here for Smith? A possibility here in this?
Sorry, I thought you were talking about late in the game. Thought you were talking about late in the game. Honestly, it depends who's behind him. I don't know if Mikko Koskinen is healthy. If he is, you could. Koskinen had the much better overall record this season from a greater sample size, but if it's not him and if it's Stuart Skinner, but I haven't been able to really see the depth chart. So I would stick with Smith personally. If it gets to be a bit outlandish, maybe 3 is when you pull him because Mike Smith's a goalie that if he starts snowballing and falling down a hill, he's only going to get faster and go down even faster. So Maybe 2. Maybe you're right. Maybe you slam
2.
the brakes on and
yeah.
and cut it off before it even gets that bad.
I thought 2 goals allowed if you're down 2-0 and it's in the first period. I think that's probably when Edmonton will have to make a move because they need something here because everybody knows that Smith. He knows he's costing the team. They got a great team around him, and it's what do you have out there, Chris?
No, I was going to say I would do that if it's 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. If it's 2-0 after the first period, I think you wait it out. But if it's 2 goals, like you saw in that Toronto game where it was like bang, bang, and all of a sudden 7 minutes in, you're down 2, I think that's when you give Smith the hook.
All right, there you go. And of course, I think you play a little more physical here, knowing the Kings can't score on the power play. So maybe that's why we're seeing Edmonton coming with a lot more physical play here, and of course facing the elimination. Kings can't score a goal, doing 2 of 20 on the power play.
Yeah, well, I mean, 6 games into a series, I heard this was a great point made the other night. 6 games into a series, you know what the referees are going to call and what they're not. So you can kind of tread the line of where you're going to be able to get away with stuff. And like I said, if they're not scoring on the power play, you may see the Oilers take a few more extra risks just because they know they can't necessarily get hurt from a team that's gone 2 for 20 on the power play in the series.
All right, Chris, where do we sit now with our like goal?
I'll tell you, we're at 166 likes right now. So the Princeton off and the LA Kings game works, and we can get our like goal.
We got the full hockey in for you guys. Here's Chris.
All right, well, we'll do these quick because these are going to be going off very soon. My NHL player prop that I like Brad Marchand over 0.5 points is a little bit juicy, but if you want to parlay it up with my NBA play, you can get it around plus 150. Reason I'm going with Brad Marchand tonight, the Bruins have their backs up against the wall. Marchand leads the team in points. If the Bruins are going to do anything tonight, I think Marchand has to be a massive part of that. Whether it's a goal, whether it's an assist, doesn't matter to me. As long as he gets a point, we're good there. And the NBA play I'm going to go with, we keep getting reasonable prices with it, and I'm not complaining. I just have to give the books a look. Like, what are you guys thinking? Jimmy Butler over 1.5 steals. He hit 2 steals again the other night. No problemo. And I think we do it again tonight. I think the Miami Heat's best shot to win that game is going to be doing so with defense. And Butler has been just a major linchpin in the Heat, playing some fantastic defense this postseason. Like I said, if you parlay those 2 up, you can play them individually, but you parlay those 2 up, you're looking at around plus 150. And my 2 NBA first basket props tonight for the Miami game, the reason I'm going with that plus 1,500 is I like PJ Tucker. You look at what he's done in his first in the first couple of games for the Heat in the series. He scored first in 2 of the last 5 games, and when you're getting 40% around plus 1,500, that's fine by me. And the other one I'm going to go with for Phoenix, I'm going to go with Devin Booker to score the first basket. He's taken the first field goal in 3 of the last 5, and he scored the first team basket in 4 of his last 7 starts. So I think we can get some value with those 2 first basket props. So the first basket props, PJ Tucker and Devin Booker. And the player props for tonight, Brad Marchand over 0.5 points and Jimmy Butler over 1.5 steals.
There we go. First basket props there. You got to love it. I'm looking for the last basket prop. Are they out there?
Oh, boy.
We'll see.
Tony may have just given a bunch of books a whole new avenue of stuff to bet on.
That is the in-game strategy. That would be something, last basket. Anyway, guys, that'll do for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have 8 cappers on our show giving out live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget to get started every morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch. 7 picks in 5 minutes. And then we got Mitch joined with we've got Chris and Brian Bittler in the mornings, so be sure to tune into that show. A couple of shows preceding us, the soccer show with Goran, of course, Mitch's Bane Tools show generating picks, and then we're back here at 6 Eastern Time. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring in our crew from tonight. Go ahead and wave good evening, guys. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk